The opinions in the following podcast are the expressions and ideas of each individual host and not a reflection of 210 culture as a whole. So please take it all with a grain of salt and enjoy the show. This.
¿Qué más le gusta de esta pared?
No me shut up, man.
It's a reflection of San Antonio and its music too, man.
The
pride of the great Lone Star State are NBA champions.
210 Culture Podcast. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, over to the 210 Culture Podcast, episode 26, the 2.5 min edition, because it's just me, Dom, and Zoe, wherever she's at, somewhere around here. And of course, we're brought to you, like always now, by Southside Craft Soda. And make sure you taste their newest soda, Texas Cola, that's out now in the streets. Get some. They're all over the place. Frankie Diablo's, Luchador Bar, B&B Smokehouse Barbecue, Marketplace Barbecue, and of course, if you get to be lucky enough to be one of our guests, you have them here at the 210 Culture Studio, which I guess now is the Southside Craft Soda Studio.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Thank you one time for our sponsors. Close you off on a hot summer day.
Yeah, take a tubing with you out there.
And yeah, so like always, I'm G.
I'm Dom.
And yeah, we're back for another one. So it was Donna's birthday weekend. She's working again today, so she's not here.
Aww.
But you have us.
Right.
You have us again, so you know what that means.
Your best friend. Yeah. Crazy original G-Dom.
So with that being said, we'll go real quick and just skim through what we did over the weekend. So of course, Saturday was Boss Lady's birthday. So I went out real quick to say what's up to Bowie over at Dragon's Lair. He was doing his book signing for his new book. So shout out to Bowie for listening. We had a good conversation there before we left, and then we came back. We ate dinner for Boss Lady at La Fonda, because
La Fonda. I was a little bit surprised
because Magic Time Machine had a 2-hour wait, so we couldn't do that. So we decided to go ahead and go to La Fonda instead.
I don't care if Elsa's gonna serve me my ice cream. I still wouldn't wait 2 hours for that.
So we did that, and then we came home. We played Rock Band and just played some video games like nerds because we don't do anything else.
Yeah, Donna didn't want to go out.
So I did that, and then on Sunday, y'all went to Casa Azul. How was that?
Oh, man. My breakfast never looked so good. You know, I was sleep deprived. I was waking up to a bit of a hangover. Not saying it was a big hangover, but, you know, we put away a couple of drinks that night.
Oh, yes, we did. So I was at work, and they did that, and then I came home, and we worked on some more videos, and that was pretty much it. So it was pretty dull weekend compared to what we always have going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into some topics here. So let me find it here because I know I added it. Where the hell is it?
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Our first topic of the day.
Yeah, definitely. We got them Spurs to kick it off. Their winning streak is still alive. You know, of course, we're going to start with our first game that we're going to cover. The Spurs played against the Knicks on March 15th and won with the final score of 109-83. Then the next game they played was against the Trailblazers. You know, a little bit of mixed feelings there, huh? Portland coming by. So it's just March 16th, and of course took another win of 108-103. The next game they played was on March 18th against the Golden State Warriors, and this was a big game, and won again with a final score of 111-105.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, it was a little bit of foul play, a lot of fouls being done in that game that weren't called. The next game they are set to play against the Miami Heat, which is on March 20th, and at 7:30, which they are playing. You know, and that's a pretty big game because Pop, you know, gonna give him a little bit of respect because, you know, Dwayne Wade He's one of the greats.
Yeah, and at the moment it's 62-47 at the moment.
Oh, okay.
But it's still early.
We got this. Spurs go. And then finally, Manu's retirement game is coming up on March 28th, and there will be a special post-game ceremony honoring Manu Ginobili that will be broadcasting live from the Spurs court on Fox Sports Southwest and the Fox Sports app, as well as carried live by WOAI-AM1200 and KXTN-FM 107.5. So how long do you think that they'll keep this winning streak?
Well, I mean, they have a big hole to come out of tonight, so I would say maybe tonight. I mean, it comes down to it.
The Hardenator.
Where did it end up?
Beard.
What really comes down to, let's see, where's it put them at now? So that puts them with this nice little run. It puts them at...
Paul really does have a great winning record, though, season-wise.
It puts them in 5th place at the moment. Even if they take a loss, it'll drop them down to...
6?
7 if the Jazz win. I don't know if the Jazz are winning. If
Boo,
they lose, then they may drop to 6. Because the Thunder have the game over them. So it is a must-win game, especially coming down the stretch here. But being in the middle, it's not that far of a stretch.
Yeah, we got this.
So, I mean, we can afford to drop another one, but let's not. So let's hope they come back.
Let's go to Rosen.
And other Spurs news that I'd like to bring up is Aldridge was interviewed last week, and they asked him if him and Lillard would ever play together again. And he said that he would hope that one day that he'd go back to Portland and play. So
Well then,
I hope by that he means he gets like a 1-day contract and he's back.
Yeah.
But I really hope it's just more he'd rather play with Lillard than play in Portland. Because come on Spurs, let's make that happen. Just toss some money at him.
Yeah.
Get him a season and then let him retire and call it a day. But you can't blame him when that's where you started your career and you
that's
kind
where
of
you wanted to win at.
Yeah, I mean, he did choose to sign. It wasn't like he was traded like DeRozan, but still. I mean, he went where the money was for financial, but I could see where he'd want to go back at the end of the day.
Plus, the Spurs are always a, winning team. They're always in the playoffs. So he thinks he might have a chance, and he still does have a chance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm not too worried about it too much. Cool thing about the Ginobili thing is that people have already gotten their hands on the commemorative thing they're giving away.
I miss you, Ginobili.
And it's like a little like metal thing with like his jersey, and it has like the name and stuff. I saw one on offer up already for like $100, and I was like, I might need to buy one.
No mama's way.
But
I just want him to sign my Manu jersey.
Once people get it, it's just so hopefully
money,
it'll go down soon. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, it's still
it hurts.
It's a tough conference, so. Just gonna have to keep going at it and just constantly be winning. They can't afford to lose.
You gotta be like Charlie Sheen, always winning.
Yeah, so we'll see what it is. But on to other San Antonio sports news that I wouldn't say is more important, but at the moment it's a little bit more important. Let's go ahead and jump over to some Commander news.
SA Commanders, boy. So SA Commanders play against the Atlanta Legends on March 17th and won with a final score of 37-6. Ooh, that was a crushing win. Hell yeah!
Smack that.
They are set to. The Commanders are set to play this Saturday at home against the Salt Lake Stallions at 7 p.m. at the Alamodome. Oh, you better believe it. You're gonna be there. You're gonna be watching them, see how it's gonna be. And the AAF just changed the setting of the championship game from Las Vegas to Dallas, Texas. Oh man, right near home. And will air on April 27th at 7 p.m. on CBS. What are your thoughts of these past games, G?
We're starting to get it together. Now, the Atlanta Legends are one of the worst teams in the league. They're 1-5, 1-4 going into this game. So it was a give-me game. So I'm not going to go into crazy mode when they do a blowout like that, which is something that should be done as a team, premier team in the league, I would say, that we're supposedly are because of our defense. It is something that we definitely would be looking forward to seeing happen. Now we're playing Salt Lake, Salt Lake's had some good games.
Yeah,
they're still at the bottom.
Fighters.
but they've had some close games. They almost beat the Fleet the week before to only lose by a last-minute field goal.
We got that win, though.
Birmingham lost to... No, they barely beat San Diego last week, so that kind of helps us, that kind of like shows how it goes, which helps us out because we don't have to play Birmingham till the championship if we do. And then San Diego is like right on our coattails. So now with San Diego losing last week and us winning, we're in sole first place, so it's ours to lose.
We got this.
So it's ours to lose. Top 2 go to the playoffs. So with 5, what are we now? 5 games in now? 6 games in?
Close to 6. 6.
I think we're 5.
5.
Yeah, because we got, yeah. So with that, no. It's 6. Yeah, you're right. This will be game 7. So with, down to 3 games left, pretty sure we win 2 out of the 3 we're in. And then we win that game at home, and down the street we go to Dallas. Now, it's not Cowboy Stadium. It's going to be the actual training facility at Cowboy Stadium.
Okay, it's still Dallas.
So the issue with that is,
Cowboys.
The issue with that is that the stadium itself, or the facility itself, only holds 12,000 people.
Boo.
Which, if San Antonio's going, that's all of San Antonio, so I don't know who the hell's going to come watch the rest of it.
Yeah, they ain't coming to go see their team lose.
So they may need to bump it to a little bit bigger stadium. But the question in Dallas is where? Where do you put it? Because as much as I love the league and I love San Antonio, I really doubt we'll do any damage stadium or attendance wise at Cowboy Stadium.
Don't doubt us.
What about do we play? Because if we're gonna play the Iron again, it may be a good game, but I don't really see people from Alabama driving all the way to Dallas.
Birmingham, Alabama.
I don't see them driving all the way to Dallas. I don't see them hopping in their cars, running around
they're gonna be getting in their cars with their cousins,
like that.
Their kids.
So I don't see it, but I do think needs to be a bigger venue.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
They are gonna need a bigger boat. I don't see. Well, I guess it's kind of tough, but I don't see why they didn't just have it at the
Jerry World.
No, between the 2 teams who have the better record. Like.
What about the Cotton Bowl?
Oh, the Cotton. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, man.
The Cotton Bowl holds what? 22,000?
A little bit better though.
Yeah, we could do the Cotton Bowl. I can see the Cotton Bowl.
Let's get to the Cotton Bowl.
Is it a Cotton Bowl? Come on, Jerry.
Come on, Cotton Bowl.
Come on, Jerry. Pull some fucking strings. But I don't know. Maybe that's where they're going to try to recoup some of the money, though.
So.
Maybe they're doing that to recoup some of the money.
Maybe.
Because they know they can jack up the prices because there's only 12,000 seats.
Ah, come on. It's our first time in the league.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's where they make some of their money back because now they can jack it up because they know there's only 12,000 seats.
I guess.
And it's one of those to be one of the 12,000 people who say, I was there. That's kind of where it falls on that.
Well, you know what? As it continues, we'll keep coverage on this subject.
Actually, before we go,
go ahead.
I was going to ask for your opinion because Mr. Johnny Manziel is officially part of the AAF. The AAF. So yeah, he
an 80 star Alf.
So yeah, he signed. Of course, we pushed on him. We said thank you next. Daryl Johnson Moose said it's too late in the season to try to bring somebody in and do stuff. The chemistry's already there.
Can we
so
later?
So is it in there?
Yes.
Well, we'll jump into that topic now because it's still part of it because Donald doesn't know how to organize.
Alright, well then, Commanders pass on signing quarterback Johnny Manziel after he was cleared to play in the AAF, but are already looking forward to seeing the 2012 Heisman Trophy winner when they host the Memphis Express on April 6th. Manziel recently signed with Memphis last week after the Commanders waived their allocation rights to him. For those who do not know, he played 2 seasons at Texas A&M before selected to play for the Cleveland Browns with the 22nd overall pick of the 2014 NFL Draft. What do you think about this decision, G?
Good riddance. He's trash. Just no question about it. He's trash. He went to the Canadian League and broke the record for most interceptions thrown by a debut debut athlete ever or quarterback ever in the league. And that league's been around for like 15 years. So it's trash. I mean, it's a money grab, but I rather have wins than a money grab. So that's just how I see it. I like Moose's logic behind it. How he said there's no room because we're busy rolling and winning. I think if we lost, yes, they would have taken the chance. But with us winning right now, like, why bring more drama into it? Because then you got to deal with why is he going to start? Is he not starting? Type thing. So that's where it kind of just all goes from there. So I'm glad to see that he passed. Maybe he can turn it around in this league. Maybe. But I think Memphis is like last place also. I think they're like 2 and something. So he can do whatever he wants over there as long as he's not in our division, so it doesn't matter. Maybe we'll see him come playoffs, but
you know how they say, some players have better chemistry when they're with, like, he was here in Texas, so he had a team that was built around him, and of course it's always about the team that you're built around. I mean, of course, it would have been nice. Personally, I think it would have been nice. As a player, if you could play for your state, that'd be great.
And that's what the whole the AAF does. Is they make sure. But my whole thing on it, which Trevor Knight was here for a while, and then we gave him up.
True.
But my whole thing about it is that, which I don't know if your school pushed it, but our coaches pushed it. It goes back to the whole having character.
Yeah.
And that's partly why he got fired. He had bad work ethic. Yeah, not being coachable. And that's where it lies. And that's why I always feel like, and especially nowadays, it's even more important. I feel like in my eyes, being older now, it's even more important now for the younger kids. Or that's an important factor when judging like younger kids, because not many are going to have that. So that's going to be the thing that pulls a kid nowadays in the future or down the road is going to be at least for me, is going to make a difference. Like, what's your work ethic like? What's your coachability? Your attitude on it. Yes, everybody goes to their job and they hate their fucking job. But can you suck it up when I'm walking by to know that, oh yeah, he's doing his job. It looks like he does his job. So that's where I feel like it is, because a lot of kids do lack that. A lot of the coaches don't give a fuck, because now they're these younger coaches that are just like, okay, let's win games. Who cares? Do what you need to do. And I know it's that old school mentality, but I just feel like that's a big thing that goes on with your life in the future. That if you don't get that instilled in middle school or high school, you're kind of just fucked up. And I feel like that's where the problem lies.
Yeah.
Because of it, because so many kids are in the school and they don't get to play sports. Or their parents don't let them play sports because their kid isn't vaccinated and they got gerbils in their butts or something. Like, I just feel like that's a big issue with today, and they wonder how kids are like.
With today's identifying everything, I mean, I'm pretty sure like, oh no, you're gonna hit my son/daughter because now everything's gender neutral now.
You hit my toaster. Stupid.
But for real though, like, I mean, sports, should always be how they are. I mean, they are active. You have to, it's going to be hitting involved, and it's a team sport.
And you're going to get yelled at. So just suck it up, and then it's kind of one of those, like,
you got to be tough if you're going to play.
It's kind of funny because technically you can learn this if you're in a gang as well, I would assume. But it's one of those, like, you learn unity, but it's like one of those, like, you learn that sometimes you're going to take the fall for other people's shit. Right. And it's either you help the other person not make the same mistake, or you just get prepared because you're going to get stuck with that shit. And trust me, there were some times in middle school where a couple of guys got beat up because they just would never fucking learn. They thought it was a fucking joke, so we took care of it in the fucking locker room, and then next time you wouldn't do that shit no more. Mm-hmm. And that's where, like, it lies, and then you learn, just similar like anywhere you go. And that's where, like, as much as, like, the original idea of sports and teams was to, like,
you want to watch good teams? Friday Night Lights.
And it's funny because, like, sports in general were, like, built for, like, they were built to promote patriotism. Yeah. To show, like, your school supports that one team. Exactly. That way when you got out of high school, you would support your army just like you would the team type thing.
Yeah, support your country.
And that's why I think it's funny, because sports does teach a lot of stuff, and people are bitching about why there's a $3.5 million stadium for Judson, but it's like, well, do you know the lessons the coaches are teaching those kids?
Yeah, they're being active, and they're learning unity and respect through sports.
Exactly. And you make some really good friends down the line, especially in smaller towns like there. That's how me and Blake. Floresville. That's like me and Blake, how we became close because of our coach. And like the second semester of our senior year, we were like taking trips on the weekends to come in San Antonio to eat. Coach would take us. He'd like, meet me over here. We'd meet him, and then he would take us to San Antonio and be like, try this place, try that place. And it was a bond that we had with our coach, and between all three of us, well, it's four of us because of my buddy Dole. And it was us four that we just had that bond that we grew because the coach loved to eat food, and we were just his favorites. And he's like, come on, let's go eat. Nowadays, that's probably like something bad to do with the kids, but I mean, but I mean, it was a great memory in time. But it was, even without that, like just the lessons I would learn where we would go to the events and stuff, like powerlifting. I obviously never did the actual powerlifting. I went as an assistant just to get out of class, and the coach would hook me up. So the coach was like, I'll get you out, you be my assistant. And I would be sitting there and he would just be telling me stuff.
Did he make you wear a skirt?
No. I had to be a badass sitting on the side. So like we would wrap the guys up and stuff, and he would just be like, oh, this is how you do it, how that, because he knew I wanted to be a coach. So he would like actually was mentoring me and showing me how to do it. But still, we had like moments where we would talk and stuff, and he's like, you know why I'm being hard on him like this? No, this is why I'm being hard on him, or this is why he can push it. But do you think that he would make
parent issues? Yeah,
and then he'd give me like that whole like responsibility too, because he'd be like, you know, he struggles with this weight. Should we do it or should we go down? And then I'm like, well, he's all, you get the final say, you pick. Wow. So then I look at the guy and like, I mean, I worked out with the guy, so I would know, and I was like, yeah, he's getting a little bit better, coach. Fuck it, let's go do it. He's like, okay. He put it on him, and he's like, G's the one that decided. And then he's like, G's decided you're going to do it. I was like, you got it, dude, you got it. And it was Blake one time too, and Blake just got it. I'm like, no problem. Mm-hmm. And he like broke his personal best, and I was like, yeah, no, I see it. He's like, okay, that's what we thought. So that's why I kind of feel like the sports all together, and I feel like Menzel is a bad example of all of what I just mentioned.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Menzel, yeah, they say he has a family curse, but don't blame a curse. It's your personality. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want money, yeah, this sport. I mean, sports are for the money, but it's also for learning. It's also for learning, respect, and being a good sportsman.
Exactly. But let's go ahead and jump into some of these other topics here, shall we?
Definitely. You know, back on our alumni, UTSA Roadrunners, basically all our Roadrunner buddies that need a ride can now get a ride. Now, via transportation, you can catch a free ride to campus. Via Metropolitan Transit is partnering up with UTSA students so they no longer have to worry about transportation. Starting this fall, Via will offer Roadrunners free bus passes to transport them between campuses. The Via U-Pass will provide students with free, unlimited access to bus service anywhere in the city. Many students have complained in the past of lack of parking on campus and expensive parking fees, so this program will be fully funded by UTSA and will reduce the financial burden and stress for students trying to get to class on time. U-Pass riders must be currently registered UTSA students or full-time or part-time paid employees of the university. What do you think about this program, G?
Fucking bullshit!
Yeah.
Why is that?
That's exactly how I feel. Because we've had the VIA services for the longest fucking time. There's a direct shuttle that takes you from main campus to downtown campus. You have to pay for it, yes. That's the only thing they're cutting out here. You're not paying for it, but it's not any faster. Yeah. It's still a direct shot, which you still can get before. The only difference is that now the people who don't want to fucking pay for it now get it for free. Mm-hmm. But doesn't mean that they're still going to use it. You still got to leave almost an hour earlier. It takes 30-40 minutes to get there.
True.
Or you could just show up an hour fucking earlier, park, and then you can go from there. I'm pretty sure it only runs till probably like 8 or 9.
Right.
And then people have the 10 o'clock, 10:30 classes. What the fuck are they supposed to do?
True.
You know what I mean? And then it's like, even if you take the bus stop is on campus. So you're still going to have to park on campus to get to the bus. Whether you park downtown and you shuttle to Main,
True.
or you park on Main and shuttle to downtown, you're still fucking having to park. So you're still giving up parking spaces, which technically ends up making it worse. Because instead of driving to downtown and parking over there and holding your space, now you're parked for 16 hours over on main campus taking somebody else's spot.
Right.
And now you're going to ride the train back. It's the same shit. It's stupid. That's how I feel. Now, if you had the buses pick you up at every apartment on UTSA Boulevard, if they just picked you up as you go, well, just UTSA Boulevard.
Yeah.
That way you have to at least go to UTSA Boulevard or wherever there. Then I could see that maybe being a solution. But you're still going to have to park just like your regular shuttles. So it's pointless. And then it's like, so who's going to shuttle me to school?
Right.
Now,
Uber.
that's what I'm saying. So you have to literally take 2 buses to get to downtown campus if you live on Main. You got to take the shuttle from your apartment, if they have one, to take you to UTSA, drop you off. Then you got to go stand in another bus line, wait for the VIA bus to come, if you haven't missed it, hop on the VIA bus, and then go all the way over there.
Maybe they're going to have a special transit, like, just for UTSA students.
Well, I mean, they
Not
already...
just for, public...
Well, they already have a public one that's directly. Like, it doesn't pick up anywhere else. Like, it's just for UTSA students already. And that's where I feel like
maybe it's going to have a special schedule for
I feel like
as well.
I feel like this is just coming from the fact that they spent the money on the route and they're not using it to the ability. So if you say it's free, now more students are going to go and ride it. But it's been there for years. It's been there for almost 5 years.
Now they're just making it more public.
Yeah, it's just making it a thing. But it is what it is.
All right, well, going to our last topic, we're going to go to cosmetologists, barbers could no longer need a state license to practice if bill passes. From clean shaves to fades, getting your hair did or nails polished, all these services require the person performing the duties to be licensed, but that could soon change. One lawmaker is proposing to get rid of those state licenses so anyone can practice cosmetology. State Rep. Matt Shaheen said that the bill filed in the state legislature will make it easier to create jobs in the industry, calling the training unnecessary. On an average, to receive a state license to practice cosmetology, the student needs to put up 1,500 hours of work, which includes proper sanitation, practicing on clients, classroom hours, and dealing with harsh chemicals. Do you think this bill should or shouldn't pass? Why?
And not just because my sister's anesthesia, whatever the hell they're called.
What?
Yeah, the ladies who are eyebrows.
Kidnap people?
The people who do eyebrows. That's what my sister does. Go visit her at Amazing. Go visit my sister at Amazing Lash over on Alamo Ranch. That's your free plug.
That's kind of far. No.
There's your free plug. But no. The only reason I'm against it is the fact that it now officially ends up taking the sanitary and precaution side of all of this out of the way. You don't need a license, so you can use a dirty comb. You can use the clippers that you don't clean. You can use the eyebrows that the girl that came in before took off. Like, there's nothing that's going to regulate them to tell them otherwise that, like, hey, you can't be doing this. And that's where I feel like the issue is here. It's not even so much as like a question of why we're even having this conversation. Like, it just makes sense.
And then now it makes it to where, like, oh, hey, G, you need a haircut? Come on by to my apartment. I got you, fam. Then just come on by and I cut you up.
Exactly. It's like all they really do with this bill is take money out of the salons and the barbershops. Yeah. Because in order to practice legally, you need to have the license.
Right.
So the only place where the license is legally able to be used is inside of a barbershop. No more license, no more regulation.
Then again, no lines.
That is true. But then
your mom can do your hair legally.
But then that also, which is, I mean, on the consumer side of this, which is kind of nice, is that now the prices drop because you can go to that professional.
$5.
You go to that professional, or you can go to your homie down the street who charge you $10, and you might fuck up your hair a little bit, but hey, it's $10 as opposed to paying $30-$40.
At least my neck doesn't have hair on it anymore.
Exactly. So that's kind of where it goes. Which, like I said, that really doesn't make a difference, though, because if you have the homie that can cut your hair, you're going to be going to the homie anyway.
Because he does more than cut hair.
Exactly.
He got me, fam.
He got you. So that's where, like, it's kind of...
Anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. It kind of really just ends up hurting the small business owner in the long run. Because, well, it does hurt them, but then I kind of don't feel bad about them, because I know some places charge a fucking lot. Some barbershop places will charge you, the barber, like $100 a day.
Jesus Christ.
So that's why haircuts are like $20-$40 because they got to pay $200 worth of damn rent just for the day.
Yeah.
Most places will give them like the whole week to get the money, but it's one of those like if nothing's going on that week, now you're out the whole $100, $200.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm paying $100 for a haircut, you better trim my beard, pluck my eyebrows.
Well, not the haircut. It's just, it's more the actual barber. So it's like us at Chase, if they told us, oh, well, you're going to take calls and we'll pay you, but you're going to pay us $40 a day to take calls, and you have to they give you $3 a call. And they're like, so you're going to charge $40 to use your office space, and at the end of the week, we'll ask for the money. And then you can make whatever else on tips or whatever.
Wow.
And
that's so honored.
And that's like how it works. And it's like, well, what the fuck, dude? When you can just do it at your home and charge the same price. Or charge less because, you don't have to worry about having to pay up the rent. And that's where it goes. And that's where, that's really, if you go to, like, the real mom and pop barbers, that's really why a lot of places you'll go back and there's, like, a whole different crew. Because of that reason. Because they charge per day and they find somebody else cheaper.
Yeah.
Or they find a cheaper place that will hold them and then they'll leave.
Hey, I need Fabio. Well, he's gone now.
Fabio don't work here no more. But shout out to all the barbers and beauticians and all of them that do all the hard work to make us look good. Because, I can't cut my hair to save my goddamn life. I can't even trim my beard, make it look good. I have to, shave half of it off every time. But yeah, that's how I feel on it. I don't know how you feel about it, but that's where I feel on my side on that.
I just don't want him to fuck with my haircut, that's all. But you know what? Do you? I mean, I know in my household, it was like my parents would cut my hair. With the bowl. Yeah, with the bowl, or just go all bald, or, do the military cut, because my dad didn't know how to do the military cut. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I mean, I feel bad for my sister, though. She actually got a stylist, but there was one time where we had to cut gum out of her hair, so.
She got that military cut.
Yeah.
She
had that.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Like, Hannah, you're going into the military.
But yeah, it was pretty good fun. What was I gonna say? I forgot where I was going with this.
Something about fun.
I was gonna transition to something important that I forgot about. But
well, that magical time of year is coming up.
Fiesta. Thank you for reminding me. So Fiesta. For those who haven't noticed, Fiesta tonight has been, which I probably should go live for this part. So yeah.
Surprise, motherfucker.
So before I get into this Fiesta thing, we're gonna actually go Facebook Live, which, if you're hearing this now, hopefully you joined in at the time. So let me get this rolling.
It would be already past that. But okay.
Well, they already would see and know what's about to go on. So, for those who don't know, we've started this thing called Fiesta Madness. So, Fiesta Madness, it's bomb. It's amazing, and trust me when I tell you this is awesome. So, give me 1 second here. I'm just waiting to go live.
Alright, 1 second.
1, 2, 3 second. Let's see here. Q. If I could spell the day. N-A. So I have some fun stuff coming up on live right now, which you should already know this. But I'm just getting this set up because my dumbass didn't set this up earlier. To kind of, show some love to all you guys here.
Because y'all make it happen every day.
Because my ugly ass is ready to go. Okay. So, now that we're Facebook Live, and Dom's here with me too as well. So, let me turn it sideways, I guess. We're still new at this whole live thing, so yeah, there you go. Rotate your device because you can't turn it live. Awesome. Cool. So, yeah, so like we were saying, we're doing our podcast right now, and this part of the show we went live with everybody here on Facebook. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments here, and we'll answer them as quickly as we can. So real quick, that I was going to mention here right before we went live, is that make sure to register for Fiesta Madness. So for those who don't know, Fiesta Madness is our version of March Madness, but for Fiesta. So we took 32 of the best teams for Fiesta, and we put them together in a little bracket on our webpage on 210culture.com.
That's the madness.
So definitely check it out. And what we do is every week we have everybody go and vote, and as you vote every week, the winners of each vote move on to the next round, and finally we get a winner. Last year's winner was Taste of New Orleans, and we had to go out there. We delivered our trophy, and said that it was awesome. So
Definitely, we had to present it to them live.
yes, so we got to present it to them live, which was super dope. And then this year we're going to do it again, and they were our number 1 seed overall because they won last year. So hopefully they go ahead and defend their titles again. We are opening up round 2 tonight because I've had difficulties getting round 2 set up. So round 2 starts tonight till next Wednesday. So make sure that you vote. And at the bottom there, if you haven't already entered, make sure you enter yourself also to win our gift basket. Our gift basket is super dope. We haven't finished it yet, but trust me, it is worth looking at. And of course, while we're here and now we're live, make sure you get yourself some of this nice, delicious Texacola from Southside, our official sponsor of our 210 Culture podcast. So if you haven't had any yet and you're here in San Antonio, you definitely need to go ahead and try it out.
Nummy.
It's very delicious. And now, this is the moment where probably nobody's waiting for, is we're going to go ahead and announce the winner of our... Dom, you want to hold the shirt up? Because my... can't. The winners here of the Papa Burger t-shirt.
Papa Burger.
So, if you are watching this, don't be scared to leave a comment, ask us any questions. So we're going to be raffling off this t-shirt right here that we mentioned in our Culture Creation video episode 10. So if you haven't seen it yet, definitely go check it out. It was a really cool video, really fun stuff. And as of today, we can officially say that they have announced that they're opening a second location, Papa's Burgers, off of Petrenko. So that's going to be fun. So we're going to go ahead and give out the shirts. So Dom's going to go ahead and raffle. He's going to go ahead. We got 2 of them to give up. Hold on. Okay, we're going to add one more. We'll add one more because he just commented. So add David Ingram to paper. Okay, right now, if you comment anything right now, we'll include you in the drawing. You have... we'll give you 2 minutes to go ahead and comment something to get entered for this shirt, if you haven't had a chance to enter yet. It is an extra large shirt because that's the only size they gave us, but I'm pretty sure if you go ahead and take it back to Papa's Burgers, they're pretty sure they'll probably trade you out for a bigger size. And no, Louis, you're not allowed to enter this contest, so you don't get to enter. So yeah, it has Superman in the front with the Papa's Burger logo, and then on the back there it says, flip it back over, it says best in Texas, number 4 in the nation, because it is the number 4th burger by Forbes. So definitely cool checking out there. So now that we have that going, Dom, go ahead and roll a name out here.
Right at you.
So we have a total of 6 people in there that have registered either through Facebook or Instagram, and then right now that we've got here, so we'll have Dom announce the winner.
You want to do it now, or why don't you choose with your other hand? Because I feel biased right now.
Okay, we're gonna go with this one here.
Because I'm the one who written everything.
That is the winner.
The winner is Matt VZ.
Matt VZ.
Victor Zebra.
We will be letting you know that you won. Congratulations on winning the shirt.
That's you. That's your name, buddy.
And we're gonna go ahead and raffle the second shirt off now.
So here's one shirt, now the other shirt. All right.
But like I mentioned, Texacola soda is bomb.
On the other hand, over here,
available pretty much at every Southside bar or restaurant. So definitely go check them out. And Louis, you work with us, that's why. So the wiener chicken dinner is
Bobby Foster.
So congratulations, Bobby. You won a new shirt, which we will be contacting you as well on the shirt. So definitely check that out. We do have, like I said, you're going to get one of these beautiful shirts here. Thank you to Papa's Burgers for donating the shirts that we're giving away here. And if you haven't seen the video yet, check it out on our page, 210 Culture. It is our #1 viewed video. It has 1,000 views already. So go ahead and add yourself to that view list. Of course, if you haven't seen it yet, Michelada Madness came out today also, starring Louis. So go check that out. And yeah, I don't think we have anything else here for Facebook Live. If you guys had any questions about us, or any questions for us, you can go ahead and drop a question down real quick. We'll stay on a little bit longer while I do my shameless plugs. Louis, go buy one. Yeah, so of course, what's going on this weekend? We got the Commanders game Saturday. So if you're a big Commanders fan, go out there and support. We'll tell you where we're at because my father is actually tailgating. So we are going to go be out there. So if you want to come say hi to us, we'll be at the tailgate as well.
If anybody can believe it, G is actually little G.
Yes.
Big G.
And then what else we got going on? Oh, tomorrow we'll be at Street Fair shooting our next episode of Food Truck Foodies, which also drops tomorrow. So if you love food trucks, definitely go check that out as well. And what else do we got going on? We have
got a lot of shit going on.
Right? A lot of stuff going on. Of course, the podcast that we're shooting at the moment will drop on Fridays. For those who are seeing on Facebook Live and those who are listening to it on Friday, you would have saw this on Facebook Live. And yeah, that's pretty much it for our Facebook Live. We're going to go ahead and sign out. But definitely remember, go to 210culture.com and enter the Fiesta Madness to get a chance to win the Fiesta gift basket. And with that being said, we're going to sign out Facebook. And hopefully you check out this podcast on Friday when it comes up. So deuces, Facebook Online.
Catch you in the streets.
And everyone else who's listening to the podcast here, thank you for listening to us. And yeah, it's awesome. Exactly. And shameless plugs like always. Shout out to
Miss Sherry
and Nestle Toral. Shout out to Andrew over at Texas Cola and the whole Texas Cola team of Southside Craft Sodas.
Bring me some more soda.
I know. Of course, shout out to Bowie. Shout out to Eric over at TBC. Shout out to Matt over at Bare Knuckles. Shout out to Jesse at Luchador Bar. Shout out to Roger over at Papa's Burgers. Shout out to everybody at Bob and Timmy's Pizza, the best pizza truck in San Antonio. I don't care what Mama Marco says or Mia Marcos. Right I don't care what Mia Marco says. Bob and Tim's food truck is one of the best pizzas.
Tell him to talk to me. I'll give him something going with Frios, huh?
Shout out to R&J Smokehouse Barbecue because they always hook us up with the free food too.
Yeah.
Shout out to AJ over at Roosters. If you are a first responder, definitely check them out. They give you 15% off when you show your ID, your badge, your fire hose, your SWAT team, your CIA badge. It doesn't matter.
Show them a gun. He'll probably give you 50% off.
Right now they're over at Aqueduct, so shout out to them. Some of the best fried chicken I've had.
Wow, that says a lot.
Yes, it does. Like I said, check out our episodes if you haven't seen them yet over on the good old Facebook and on YouTube as well. And that's it because we don't have time to play another stupid round of Instagram stories. So
we don't?
I mean, we do, but they never go anywhere. So I am trying to think what we can do next. No, we're good. So that being said,
I'm G.
That being said, thank you guys so much for all the support, and we're almost to 15,000 likes, which will have something else cool going on.
Yeah, definitely.
From there, but
we still need to go to Andretti's.
Yes, we do need to go to Andretti's. We actually need to do some more team building stuff.
Yeah.
But with that being said, though, I'm G.
I'm Dom.
And like always, remember, 210 Culture, bringing the best of 210 Nation.